thought I was gonna let you get away with it for this.
Here we go.
Oh, now it's time. Now it's time. I've been
right,
waiting.
I'll let you get your shit off.
I've been waiting.
Go ahead. Are we recording? That's the name of the show.
Yes, that is the name of the show. Therefore, we should be ready to record.
Yeah, and we are. So actually, if you're listening to this right now, you're listening to the Hard Recording Podcast with the two best co-hosts in all of podcasting. All right? I'm 007 Gage Sutton, and my melanin friend to the right is Mr. Ethan Hamilton. We have a lot of nicknames for him. If you haven't been watching the channel, you should probably tune in and see all of the nicknames we've got for him. But the ones that I can remember, 5'5" of pure temptation. I gave you sandwich hands. I think that's pretty good.
It's one of my least favorites.
What did you say? Pablo Sexcabar or something?
No, Pablo Freshcabar.
Sexcabar doesn't work.
We can add that to the list. Okay.
All right. Here I am giving you more nicknames like you need any more.
Yeah. Especially when I give half of them to myself.
Yeah, I know. It's like, does anyone call you any of these names? The Young Rottweiler? Sorry, I don't know if I can mention
Young Rottweiler, I was called that a long time ago, and I guess I just ran with it. I kept pushing it. Nobody else pushed it but me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I need some confirmation. Like, if anyone who knows Ethan can comment in this YouTube video, or in the Apple, Spotify, whatever, let us know. Have you ever heard anyone call Ethan the Young Rottweiler besides me on this podcast in real life? But man, how are you doing, E?
I'm not doing so good, man. As we're recording this on a Thursday, or I guess it's Friday morning at 12:01 a.m., April the 12th. The day before, it was a sad day. We lost the juice, man. O.J. Simpson passed away at the age of 70-something to cancer. And it's just so sad to think that, like, he's never going to find out who killed his wife.
You know, I saw someone comment on one of the posts that it's like, at least he can rest peacefully knowing that the killer is gone now, too.
I guess we could answer the age-old question of, like, what would have Twitter been like if it was 1995 or 1985 when OJ was like that? And now today we can answer that question.
Oh man,
the jokes are flying on Twitter, man. It was
they really are, dude. I don't know if you follow. If you're a sports bro, I'm sure you probably follow Ghetto Gronk. That's where I get all my NFL memes, and I think there's one of
yeah.
It's like him getting like thrown off in a movie, like getting thrown down the balcony, and it's like,
oh, I saw that.
Inviting or like kicking him out of heaven.
No, there's been a bunch of funny memes today, but you know who really needs to shut the fuck up? Caitlyn Jenner. Don't think we didn't forget what you did, Missy.
I have no idea what happened there. I guess I.
Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner basically said goodbye and good riddance to O.J. Simpson, and it's interesting to see her have that stance because a couple years ago she had that car accident where she killed somebody and basically blamed it on the fact that she was transitioning and that like her medication made her run over this person. And she basically paid off the judges allegedly. And so Caitlyn Jenner needs to really, really shut the fuck up because we ain't forget about you, Missy. Not one bit. Not one bit.
That's funny. I mean, hey, I think, people have to pay their respects, but it's such a weird, like, gray area, because he did kill somebody. Like, do we celebrate him? He's O.J. Simpson, the juice.
Allegedly, he killed somebody. My problem.
Allegedly, yeah.
My problem with the whole O.J. discourse is that, like, I've been said it. I don't know if you've seen the OJ doc. I think it was like the People versus. Yeah, it's called the People versus OJ. It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. The amount of evidence that they had against him was legit. Like it was legit so circumstantial. Like, I believe in my heart of hearts, OJ probably did it. Like he probably did it. But the evidence that they actually have for him, like I believe in 2024, I could have got away with it. I honestly believe they had no evidence for him. Like they really didn't. They really didn't. And I think it kind of tiptoes a fine line of like, especially these public figures and celebrities, like when they die, you might have not liked them, but like when it's too soon to really give your opinion about that person when they die. For me, honestly, I think it depends on the person in everybody's case. I very much think that the first thought of your mouth shouldn't be something ill will, even if you hated the person's guts, so to speak. That's just the way I was raised.
Man, we're getting real intellectual to start this show.
No, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I agree with you. Like, I'm with you because like it is like a sensitive subject. I mean, death in general is just a sensitive subject. So when you take into the account of like, this thing that people know about him or, knew about his life, I mean, does that really make you the judge to be like, celebrate someone's death? Like, I don't know. That's just kind of weird to me.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I've definitely made some comments about Queen Elizabeth and stuff and certain celebrities that I haven't been the fondest of, public figures. But I mean, I think special people make special cases, and if OJ is one of those people, for you, go crazy. I'm not gonna. You don't want to stop you. I really don't. I could care less. I'm not gonna down the OJ Simpson hill.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not the hill I'm putting all my stock into. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people find like humor as a good way to grieve when something like that happens. So I get it. Honestly, like if there are people, I mean, literally, I met at work today, and I, work around girls who do not watch sports. They have no idea that OJ was a football player. They knew that he was an actor. So like, it's just crazy that like all of these people knew about him though. And the funny thing is, they all knew about like the alleged murder. So
yeah, and I'm all for like. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for, especially like people of color and celebrities in general. Like, being pro very mental health and pro fighting like internal misogyny and all this kind of stuff. But I feel like even with that, there's certain lines that like I just won't accept, and I would not accept it from Jermaine Cole. You guys thought I was gonna let you fucking get away with it for this fucking long.
Here we go.
Oh, now it's time. Now it's time. I've been
right,
waiting. I've been waiting.
Go ahead, buddy.
So last week, guys, before we get into my rant and I get to shove it in Gage's face, no Diddy. We're gonna give you all a breakdown.
No Diddy is crazy.
J.Cole dropped a surprise project called Might Delete Later. Little did we know. And we finally got it. I remember we was legit recording the pod towards the end of the pod because when he dropped this, and I kept saying, all right, but after we're done recording it, we're gonna tap into the project and the fact that he finally answered back to Kendrick Lamar. Like finally, we're gonna get the battle we've been wanting. Boy, oh boy. Before we get to my disappointment, hopefully Gage, before I have to take hopefully I don't have to take his hip hop card away. Let's talk about the initial project, right?
Yeah.
Gage, what are your opinions on Might Delete Later?
Man, the backlash of everything happening after the release of this album, like at first was really good in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I think J. Cole like has bars throughout. I thought 7 Minute Drill at the time, like before he apologized to Kendrick in front of everybody, I thought it was okay. I thought it was it was a good like start to the round, like just something to get warmed up. And yeah, I was a fan of the album personally. I didn't think it was I didn't think it was bad. I thought the production was cool. He had bars. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say in terms of how I felt in that moment. I was really enjoying it. I was fucking with the album. And then, Ethan, do you want to explain to the audience what happened after that? Because I'm still trying to process it myself.
Yeah. You need some time to process this, but I've processed my feelings 100%. Before I get to it, some of my favorite tracks off of my Delete Later. I really like the Cameron record, Ready 24. I really like Sticks and Stones. Pie with Daylight and Absol was crazy good. Crazy good. I like that whole second half. Stealth Mode, Boz, 3001, Trade the Truth and Ibiza. I loved it. And then we get to the 7-minute drill. Right? So Gage, as you already said, if you were on Team Cole, again, before any people take this stuff out of context and run with it, we don't want to see nobody get hurt in this beef. We're not endorsing violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We picking a side of who we think is the best rapper in all this, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of factors that come into it. So I feel like we should put those cautionary, you know what I'm saying, tails in before people take shit too far. But I continue. I thought the J. Cole diss was mid. Like I didn't think it was bad. I was happy I gave Cole the grace because he jumped out first between him and Drake, and even Kendrick in that sense. Like he came with a full track dissing him. So he got a little bit of leniency for me.
He got like brownie points for that.
He got brownie points for Like he got a certain level of grace, right? I thought the bar of him dissing To Pimp a Butterfly was a weird hill to dance on. And I know, Gage, this is a shock coming from a person that To Pimp a Butterfly is not my favorite Kendrick Lamar album.
I know.
Me and you have had arguments. But coming from Jermaine Cole, the guy who For Your Eyes Only was directly influenced by To Pimp a Butterfly, you cannot say that. You cannot say that about Kendrick Lamar. And I'm all for capping in your raps. I'm cool with it. But you can't be the one to do it. And you hitting him with that, oh, you make sleepy music when that's been your biggest knock in your whole career is J. Cole makes sleepy music. Those punches didn't land. Now, I think he was cooking up towards the later of the song when he talks about how him and Drake are only really talking.
And so this is I was gonna say, hold on, sorry, before you move on to the second part of the song, because I was gonna say the first part I wanted to talk about was the production. The production on the first half of the song, in my opinion, is just so lackluster for what J. Cole is trying to do. I thought that the second beat, this beat switch after, it was an Architect beat, right?
Yeah. Alchemist.
No, it's not Alchemist.
Oh, it was are you talking about 7-minute drill?
Yeah.
I think it was T minus. It was T minus. It was T minus.
The first part and then the second part. But
T minus was the first part. Alchemist was the second part.
Is it Alchemist? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, like that was the first thing that I noticed.
Oh no! When I compared it was, I know T minus and then Conductor.
Conductor. Okay. Conductor. Anyway, I thought the Conductor beat was so much better. If that would have been like the beginning of the song, I think it would have just hit a little bit different. Just drop that T minus beat. Unfortunately, it didn't hit. And like personally, I didn't think the Kendrick bars were that bad in the first part. They did seem a little like he was pulling his punches a little. And then we find out what happens after that. Ethan, do you just want to get right to it, man?
Because, no. I'm gonna.
It's killing me to talk about this.
Because you gotta hold this L. You gotta hold this fat ass L. But I'm with you. I think the main problem was I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and hate him or love him, he called it. It sounded like J. Cole didn't want to do this. You could hear it in the tonality in his voice. He wasn't into it. He didn't believe his raps. And on Sunday night, after Wrestlemania, we got the bomb that J. Cole apologized to Kendrick Lamar. And I was shocked. I was so shocked because I was like, ain't no way Cole's doing this. He does not need to do this. Like, I don't think this was bad deceived.
I don't think so. I mean, there were a
Bad
lot of people
received. I don't think
shitting.
this was bad received. I just think people were picking sides. I think people thought it was cool, and we're like, all right, bet we appreciate Cole for coming out. Now let's get started. You know what I'm saying? Let's let round one fight.
Yeah.
In the words of Mortal Kombat, like, come on, bro. Like, the round one's beginning, but for him to take it back, and you can hear him offer his explanation of, oh, I'm losing sleep, and I gotta get on my track with God, which I can totally respect. But you can't say all of this after you drop the diss. You cannot. You really can't. Hold on, Gage. Hold on. You got to eat this shit. Pause.
No, go ahead.
He broke a cardinal sin. He broke a cardinal hip hop sin. He's the one that on wax talked about the big three first. So Kendrick said, fuck the big three, which in turn was fuck you to J. Cole. So that's why I felt J. Cole had to respond. And as well, for the past 3-5 years, J. Cole has been telling everybody that nobody can rap with him. He's been on every single track, smoking features, going on other people's records, smoking them. And when we get another rapper who we team is on the same tier as him, calling him out to dance, and he goes and tries to jump back out the ring, it's disgusting. I'm so disappointed in Cole. Well, not really, because I always felt like this about him. I always felt like Cole was not built to be the best rapper alive. He does not want it bad enough. He really wasn't. And then for him to go on stage and be like, do you guys love Kendrick Lamar? Because I love Kendrick Lamar. Oh, that was so sick. That was so nasty, bro. Like, come on, Cole. Like, that was so nasty. And then for you to tell everybody that everybody in your crew was telling you not to go do this. They were right. They were 100%. You would have been better off not saying nothing and let Kendrick dish your head off and you never reply.
Yeah.
This was nasty, bro. But I respect it from a person. Like, if you're not built for doing this, then don't do it. And I respect him as a man and as an individual for showing that growth. But fuck all that, man. This is hip hop, and I don't want to hear none of that fucking shit. And I just want to hear first words out of your mouth. I'm sorry, Ethan, for ever putting my face in J. Cole.
No, Ethan, I'm not going to say that because you're right. I'm actually going to say everything you just said, you're 100% right. And I agree with a lot of it, not most of it. But I'm not going to apologize because for me, this is the thing. We look at J. Cole's, body of work leading up to this point, and, even my delete later. Regardless of me personally, it's so weird because I still love the album, even though like it's kind of tarnished by, what the fuck just happened, or at least 7 Minute Drill is, in my opinion. I still think J. Cole, like, he's still a great rapper, but like you said, he does not want it bad enough. Like, the way you said it is, fuck that. This is hip hop. We know that like they don't actually hate each other. They're not like plotting each other's deaths. It's part of the competitive aspect of it. If you guys are two alphas in this sport, in this like lane that we are talking about, you have to be able to step in the ring, throw some punches, and not get your feelings hurt. And don't back out after you already did that diss. I'm the same way. And honestly, the first words that came out of my mouth when I talked to Dylan about it was someone from Dreamville, like Jid, or someone needs to talk to him and tell him, listen, if Kendrick comes back with this, you said take it on the chin, bro. Fuck that. You'll pull an Eddie Guerrero, throw the chair at him, and get back in this shit.
No. It's too late. It is too late, and you know it is.
I know it is.
If Kendrick come and take his fucking head off, I don't want to hear another Jermaine Cole diss towards him. Nothing. Bro, he said, take it. I'm going to take it on the chin. What are we doing? What are we doing, Gage?
Yeah.
The king failed you. And that's it. J. Cole is a very good rapper. But at the end of the day, he, in my opinion, was never built to be number one or number two at the very least. I appreciate him getting out of the ring. Get the fuck. I'm glad because now it's main event time. Now we finna see. Now we're gonna see. Could you imagine, Gage, if Aubrey Drake Graham did this, you would be coming on this show slaughtering him, calling him sensitive, calling him all this stuff. You would be slaughtering Drake. And you know it. You would have been, oh my God. And so I'm not letting you. Yes, you would have. And so I don't want to give you.
I'm not the biggest Drake hater, though.
Yes, you are. Yes. And so I don't want to give
you. What are we doing here?
Don't give Cole.
What are we doing? Drake is like one of my most listened to artists, dude. What are we doing?
I don't care. I didn't like how you was talking about him, right? I didn't like him not one bit.
Okay.
But you got Cole, and it's so sad. But somebody had to go. Somebody had to go. And I didn't think it'd be this early. Round 1 is about to start, and he's already.
Yeah,
and respected.
That's my problem with it too, bro. Is it happened so early? Like we didn't even get a chance for this album to linger for a week. Like we're talking about this, and we're having to talk about the album and the apology in the same video, dude.
And you can't even listen to the album the same, bro. I have not since Sunday night. I have not went back and listened to one song off that album. I can't listen to it no more. It don't hit the same. And now going forward with the fall off and any Cole verse, I don't want to hear him talk that talk no more. I don't want to hear him. And the thing is, this is going to open the door for other rappers to diss J. Cole. Because now J. Cole has to go J. Cole got to go catch a body. Metaphorically speaking, like rhyming, rapping speaking, not physically.
Yeah.
He has to go catch a body. He has to make an example of somebody and be like, all right, I said I wasn't going to just Kendrick or Drake or none of them, but y'all ain't one of them. I'm going to take your fucking head off. And even still, it won't fucking matter. That's the crazy part. Because even if you go take off, I don't know, a Wale or a Big Sean, hypothetically speaking, at the end of the day, they can just be like, well, why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to Kendrick the same way you talk to me? And that'd be the end of it.
Man, and that's the thing that has always scared me about J. Cole. And, you know, I had my doubts, and obviously a big part of me coming like into before even, I mean, that's the thing about J. Cole too, is he was kind of spitting about how he was just entering his prime when Kendrick had just dropped Damn. And I was on board with that. And I'm like, until like after Damn, that's when I was like, okay, J. Cole is starting to like propel upward, and he's gonna take that top spot until Kendrick releases, because J. Cole was on that feature run. It was just going straight up. But
and I want to say, like,
but dude, but hold on. I was just about to say he did that song on the Drake on a Drake beat where he kept talking about how like he looked up to Kendrick and Drake, and that like he was the bronze. And I'm like, I'm so tired of this.
Yes,
like,
and I've been telling you about it. Like, I'm glad you finally. I hate that it had to come like this. Cole cannot get over the fact that he just has too much he admires Kendrick and Cole and Drake too much. They don't even look at him in the same tier. They don't. That should tell you all. Kendrick and Drake both think he's third. You think Drake's inviting Kendrick on tour? If he thinks Kendrick is on the same level as him or below him, or on the same level as him, no, he's not.
Yeah,
but you're doing it with Cole. Cole is, and now with the Future Metro album coming out, and Cole having a verse on the Future Metro project. And it's not even a new verse. Like, let's not reach here. It's an old verse. But the fact that he was used as a pawn like this, J. Cole just got sent to. Oh my God. Drake is about to slaughter Cole. He's about to slaughter Cole.
Man, you think Drake's going to come at Cole?
He should.
Why?
Bro, if me and you for the past 2 years have been saying me and you are the best, man, fuck Kendrick. Not really fuck Kendrick, but fuck Kendrick. Like, he's 3 and it's us 2. And then Kendrick come back and diss us. And you lie down. Drake was never going to shoot at Cole. And then you lie down, because by him lying down, you made Kendrick look like more the boogeyman. You let Kendrick Lamar have another control moment. Like That is going to be the number one single in the world for 3-4 weeks straight. You let him do Control again. You let him do it again. And he didn't have to. If I'm Drake, put your mindset, put yourself in the headspace of Drake. I just did this shit with Cole. Now Kendrick dissing me, and it's really like, bro, you don't really make music that much anymore. Like me and Cole doing this shit, and then the guy that I'm riding with, when everybody's dissing me, lies down like this. Now he's on their album. I'm dissing the fuck out of everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if Drake come with a Control verse to Kendrick, to Future, to Metro, to ASAP Rocky, to The Weeknd, and he goes after all 7, 8 of them. He should. I wanted Drake. If you listen, Drake, please kill all of them.
We're about to see.
We're about to see. I want all of them. I want all of them. Because Jermaine Cole, thank you. Exit stage right. Because now it's main event time. Now we're gonna see who the best rapper alive is. Is it Kendrick or is it Drake?
I'm putting my money on Kendrick. But I think Drake has the potential. If he really jumps out the window and we see a Drake that we haven't seen in a long time, in my opinion, I think he stands a chance. But because he is battle tested, we've talked about it, I think on the last podcast too. He is battle tested. We know that he can step in the ring with Kendrick.
He can step in the ring with anybody.
He can step in the ring with anybody. The question now is he? Has it been too long? Kendrick's in prime condition. Has he just proved?
I don't know. Because like I said, there's been reports that both him and Drake both had diss records out already. And how I see both these men really calculated, I 1,000% believe it. I 1,000% believe that Kendrick and Cole have this. I 1,000% believe Kendrick and Drake have diss records waiting for each other. And I think the fact that Metro and Future and ASAP Rocky and The Weeknd are all now picking their sides too, and Rick Ross, it's an interesting game for Drake. Like, it makes me wonder, what did Drake do to make these niggas all so fucking mad? As far as I'm concerned, I think Drake is about to smoke anybody. He's about to smoke everybody not named Kendrick Lamar. Future's gonna be hard out because the way he's going with these last 2 projects. And he's talking that stuff too. Oh, by the way,
that's a matchup. That's a matchup
hard
Drake
matchup
does
for
not
Drake.
want to see. Drake does not want to see Future.
It's a hard day at the office for Drake. It's hard for Drake. I'm telling you. I think it's hard because I get more bitches than you. I make more money you in line doesn't work against Future.
Not at all.
I think he raps better than Future, but Future can make a hit too, like that. He did it with Like That. And that's what I'm interested to see. And I do think we get it. But as far as pertaining to Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I think we're going to get it, bro. We're finally going to get one of the greatest hip-hop rap battles of all time. We're finally going to get it. 15 years in the making.
Yeah.
How long I known you? Like 5 years?
Yeah, we met in 2019.
Since I met you, I've been telling you this is gonna happen.
Yeah, you really have. You have been saying that that Drake and Kendrick have always had beef. I was always kind of like hesitant, but like as the years have gone on, I was kind of starting to see it a little more and more. And man, to think that like we are here in the year 2024 and we are about to see it.
2024, we're gonna get it.
Yep, like Drake's coming soon. As of recording this on April 12th, Drake has not responded, has not said anything. He posted a picture of like a notebook next to like the NBA championship, like kind of cryptic, saying that like maybe he's coming back. He's getting ready to write that diss. But I guess we're just going to have to find out and see, man. But what we do have to work with as of April 12th is this new Future and Metro album. Because it's 12:28. I'm sure that. How long is the album actually? Let's see.
It's a minute and a half, and they're all taking. They're all. The Weeknd got some bars for him. The Weeknd got some bars from him. ASAP got some bars from him. We already know what Kendrick said.
Yep. Well, if even if we had started it right at 11 when we listened to it, we'd just be finishing it. If we listened to it completely, we both got a chance to start it, and you can already definitely tell a completely different sound. This is more R&B, Future at work, and yeah, I can't lie. I'm rocking with it so far.
I'm really liking it so far too. And honestly, like I said, it's a great album. And I'm all first listen. I'm so far I'm liking it a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm ready for this Drake and Kendrick to happen. This main event time. It's Stone Cold The Rock.
Does Kendrick have a feature on this new Metro album?
No, he doesn't have
No.
one. But I think on this Metro album, ASAP got bars for him. The Weeknd got bars for him. Future got some more bars for him. I think Kendrick's gonna drop soon. I think within the next, I want to say by the time this episode drops. Who knows if I'm wrong? I might be wrong. Probably gonna be wrong.
Is anyone gonna come to Drake's aid? Do you think? Is anyone gonna try to?
That's what I'm saying. The way they picking sides is I don't see 21 Savage, but 21 Savage, we don't see 21 Savage in this. He's gonna get smoked up.
You think? Yeah, I know. I was gonna say. You think you want to smoke with Future, Kendrick?
I don't see Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj joining in on this.
I was gonna say Wayne maybe, but yeah, Wayne's.
You know what I'm saying? It's too out of his. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know because I feel like Wayne's probably got a weird connection there too because I think he's really close with Kendrick. Too. I don't know. Man, that's crazy. I really wonder what's going to happen with all of that, especially because I haven't had a chance to listen to the ASAP Rocky or the Weeknd bars or anything.
And this just reinforces how big of a monster Drake is. It's going to take all these on all different fronts to try to take him down.
I think he's like Thanos, bro. And
he really is.
Kendrick had to assemble the.
And I really don't care for all that Future and what all them other people. I just want to hear bars, bro. I want to hear Drake versus Kendrick. That's all I care about.
And I think that's why I portray Drake as the villain in this situation because it is all of these guys teaming up. And not that like all of these guys are like very lyrical, spiritual rappers or anything, but like Kendrick is, hey, this is hip hop. I am hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where this goes, man. I'm really excited to continue listening to We Still Don't Trust You. By Future Metro Boomin. Hear these features. Did you hear who else is featured? We said ASAP, Weeknd.
Yeah, so far, like I said, I'm a little over halfway through the project. I heard like about 3 Weeknd songs. He smoked every single one of them. Every single one of them.
I love that guy.
I hopefully next week we can come in and give more of an in-depth review, or if anything, follow us on at ADR podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and we're definitely going to put a breakdown on there as well. But man, like just to wrap up Kendrick and Drake, I think if there's anybody that can really put a chink in that armor and that boogeyman armor, it's Drake. It really is. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. And as for Kendrick, I'm gonna say Drake is not. If Drake comes to play, we are going to need to see Alien Kendrick Lamar. We are going to see him like that verse was great. We're going to have to see another level.
Yeah. The odds are definitely stacked against Drake, in my opinion. I think he's at a disadvantage with everything.
You think so?
Like the way it is. I think so, definitely. But that could completely change because, like you said, if he drops a song that can just alter the course of things a little bit, get some momentum on his side, hey, this might be a different battle. But as of right now, it does seem like Kendrick has like, hey, he sent the first shot, and he's showing Drake too. He's like, I got shooters too.
And he basically had Cole gave him a free body. Now that Cole shit is on Kendrick's jacket. I got J.Cole the fuck out of here. That's on Kendrick's jacket.
Yeah.
and it basically gave Kendrick a bye week. But don't sleep on Drake, because I wouldn't be surprised if Drake learned his lesson with Pusha T on not jumping out the window. Because I've been saying Drake's biggest mistake was jumping out the window for Kanye and not Pusha T. He jumped out the window on Infrared, and he should have never jumped out on Infrared. Because little did he know, Lex Luthor with a kryptonite bullet was waiting for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little did he know. And I'm wondering if Drake, hopefully Drake learned his lesson, because then it'll make a more interesting battle with Cole or with Kendrick. Hopefully Drake learned his lesson in that. And I think he would. Drake don't seem like a dumb guy. And like you said, he's battle tested. I know what to expect from Drake.
Yeah.
Kendrick, I don't know.
Yeah,
he has to show me something still. Don't get me wrong. So far, he's walking that talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I still ain't seen him. I need him to go catch a body.
Hey, we're about to see it, I think. Well, I think it's a good time to go to our next segment, our favorite segment of the show. Are you ready for this?
Put you on.
I think we kind of killed it. I don't know.
I think we did good.
Yell us know in the comments. Is this our best? Is this our best one?
Let us know. But all right, let's start it off some hot, so we can get into some WrestleMania talk. For Put You On this week, I was gonna pick a song I might delete later, but that shit will be deleted soon off my library. So I'm gonna go with Bryson Tiller, the whole album. Bryson Tiller, self-titled, which was under the radar. Got announced a month or so ago. I was excited for it. This was gonna be one of my first listens if Cole didn't drop. And I gotta say, it is fantastic. Bryson's really one of the most talented R&B artists of our generation. Like, he really is, bro. Like, trap soul is trap soul. I don't have to say enough. I like, you know what I mean? What's understood don't gotta be said about trap soul. But then he had True to Self, which was True to Self was bad. It was bad. Anniversary was a step in the right direction. I liked it a lot. There's some bangers on there, short but bangers. Pause. But on this album, it's amazing. The couple songs that I like a lot, Attention is great. Persuasion, I really like the sexual innuendos. I think Victoria Monet, if she did contribute to the writing to that, was phenomenal in it. Chow was great. Calypso was great. Assume the Position. This is a great album. I hate the cover art. The whole Japanese kind of album tag thing. Hate it. I absolutely hate it. I changed it already on my Apple iTunes. But besides that, I think this is a great project. Gage, summertime comes, you're gonna get some sleepers off this. This is fantastic. The Bryson shit is really, really good. It's really good.
Hey, I'm glad you mentioned it, because I was gonna mention it too. I have a friend who was telling me that the Bryson album was really good. Like we kind of talked about, it flew under the radar because J. Cole dropped that same night. So I'm glad you did mention it. I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with a hip hop track, and it's called "Mint Chocolate" by 1999 Right the Future, featuring Conway the Machine and West Side Gun. And I mean, I think just hearing those names, if you like Griselda, that kind of rap music, you're gonna like this. Just really cool instrumental, and West Side Gun and Conway do their thing, man. What else can I say?
All right, let's go to music or TV shows and movies. I'm going to go with, it's a tough one because actually, it's not a tough one. I don't know if this is available to watch. I know the first episode is. I think I found the leak for the second one, so my bad if I'm spoiling it. But Konosuba, it's an anime on Crunchyroll, and basically the whole idea is it's a parody of isekai animes. Isekai animes are the anime themes of In one world, this guy's walking across the street. He's hating his life, and he is so unfulfilled, and then he gets hit by a bus and dies and gets transported to another world. So any anime that you're getting transported from one world to another is an isekai. So this anime is a comedy anime. The new season came out, and it just parodies isekai animes and isekai tropes in it. I don't find a lot of anime hilarious, like when they're trying to be funny. This is a very, very funny anime. If you're into anime, watch it. Konosuba season 3, fantastic. I think first 2 episodes dropped.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. Sounds fun. All right. I'm kind of cheating on mine because I am gonna recommend a movie. I don't think. Oh, it actually comes out right today. Today's opening day for it. Civil War with Jesse Plemons. Yeah, it looks like a really interesting movie. I've been seeing the trailers for it, and something I really want to watch. But I think the reason why is because I saw Jesse Plemons, and this is my put you on. If you haven't watched the show already, the Friday Night Lights TV show with Jesse Plemons is in the show. Man, that's a classic. If you haven't seen it, please do yourself a favor. The movie's very good too, but man, Coach Taylor in the show, yeah, you got to know about Tim Riggins and what's the quarterback's name? Matt Saracen. Crazy stuff, but yeah, that's our put you on for this week. And if you like what you heard from us, let us know in the comments. And yeah, we'll do that thing. Yeah, I don't even know. Did we plug our shit? Did we tell people to subscribe?
I mean, they should know. They should know already. Come on, guys, subscribe to our recording at AWR Podcast on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. Find the latest vids about our thoughts on music, sports, and everything like that. And we recently dropped a couple of our reactions to the greatest Wrestlemania ever. And now that we're here, WrestleMania 40, probably the greatest WrestleMania I've ever seen in my lifetime. Cody Rhodes finally finished the story. We got surprise guests. We got great people gaining new belts. Bayley beat Io Sky for the women's championship belt. Your man, Drew McIntyre, beat Seth Rollins.
He's not my man.
Oh, Dylan's man.
He's Dylan's man for sure.
Beat Seth Rollins. Unfortunately, his title reign was short-lived for about 5 minutes till one of my goats, CM Punk, decided to put belt to ass and help Damian Priest cash his money in the bank, which I thought was amazing. I mean, I knew it was going to happen sometime in the night. I feel like the setup was great. The whole CM Punk arm ain't really that hurt. It still hurt probably, but not that hurt. Coming back doing what he's doing. I thought it was great. The Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. That was Avengers Endgame. That was so cool. Man, what'd you think about Mania? How was your experience?
Man, it was a lot of fun. I gotta say, they say it's the greatest Mania, and I think I'll have to let it grow on me. But there's definitely a validity in that statement. I think in terms of consistency, there really was only one match personally that I did not like. That I was just like, turn it off. It's horrible. You want to take a guess?
Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. They had the worst wrestling match I've seen at a WrestleMania. Between two guys who I had a lot of hype for. Like I had a lot of expectations. They're two brothers who they've been building this feud up for years. I was a fan of the Usos when they were a tag team. And this is like the one trap that they couldn't fall into of just, since they both have similar movesets, of just getting into a match and doing the same moves the whole time. It felt really unfulfilling to the story for them. And yeah, just like it's a super kick fest and there's no point in me watching that. But besides that, everything else was fucking awesome. Jade Cargill,
squash match, you knew it was gonna happen. I thought their walkout gear was amazing between her, Naomi, and Bianca was amazing. Ooh, I gotta talk about my guy LA Knight who went to smoke AJ Styles fucking boots, 4-0'd, sweeped him. beat his ass at his crib, beat his ass on SmackDown, beat his ass in snuck up on him, beat his ass. Like, what more do you need? Beat him at Mania, 4 owed him. 4 fucking owed him. Hey, Paul Levesque, it's time to get him a fucking belt. It's time. The people have chosen. It's time. It's time.
Well, we've got a lot to look forward to after Mania. So that's the cool thing is this
Hold
really
on.
did feel like.
Before we get to after Mania, what was your reaction? Because I feel like I called it to a T. What was gonna happen in that Roman and Cody?
It's actually scary because
y'all. I feel like I'm not getting my problem. I smoked. I called another one out.
You really did. It's funny. I feel like we all did, like, between you, me, and Dylan, like, we all, like, did a pretty good job of, like, predicting. Like, we all had a general idea that Damian could cash in. We didn't know it was going to happen like that. I knew that it was like, oh, Drew's going to win. Damian's going to cash in somehow. And then that you literally calling the John Cena coming out. I saw John Cena come out, and I was like, man, Ethan's right. We're literally going to hear Stone Cold's music here in 2 seconds.
Bro, and when The Rock came out and Rock bottomed him, I went fucking nuts. Me and my dad was like, I was at like an elementary school again watching WWE with my pops. Like, I was going nuts. We were going nuts upstairs. We saw The Rock came out. Him and Cena had thrice in a lifetime face to face with each other. Cena was trying hard to like not smile, but he was grinning. The Rock was selling it. Oh my God, he was amazing. But Cena was just smiling to it. I think Cena was just so giddy and happy to be there. And when he rock bottomed him and he took the belt out and he was talking to Cody Rhodes' mom and he was about to whip Cody, in my head, I said, bro, the glass is about to shatter and I'm going to lose my shit. Like, Gage, I was going to lose my shit if Stone Cold came out.
But literally, it was like the second best thing.
It was the next best thing.
The next best thing that could have happened.
And we heard the tombstone and I still went crazy. Because me and my dad were talking about it that day. My dad was like, wouldn't it be crazy to see Undertaker would come out? I said, I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. I feel like Undertaker, I loved it. Don't get me wrong. Don't take nothing away from it. A couple days of set. I wasn't mad about it. I just kept thinking afterwards, like, damn, Stone Cold would have been fire. And definitely, like, after learning more about, like, booking and probably in hindsight, Undertaker probably was the best choice because when you think of Stone Cold coming out like that, like, he's DTA. He don't trust anybody. He's not going to help Cody win the belt. You know what I'm saying? That's not to his character. Like, if Stone Cold comes out, stuns The Rock, he's either going to stun The Rock, and then after Cody pins him, stun Cody.
Yeah,
or he's going to stun Cody. And like, even if they didn't do that, of like Stone Cold just doing some out of character stuff, just stunning The Rock and leaving, I'd have been totally okay with it.
Yeah,
I'd have been totally okay with it. I'd have been fine if it's not 100% true to Stone Cold's character. That moment deserved it. And do you believe that Stone Cold said no? Like, do you believe what some people are saying, that Undertaker was their first choice? I don't believe it by 1 second.
I don't know, because I actually read about that, and there were a lot of people who were arguing that it does make sense for Taker because apparently him and Rock have like a long like history too. Obviously, we think Stone Cold, The Rock, in terms of rivalries, but I'm pretty sure Taker and Rock go way back. That they had some pretty like big matches against each other, and it was crazy to see Taker back, dude. I did not expect it either. Honestly, I was like, when you had mentioned John Cena, I was like, oh yeah, Stone Cold for sure is going to come out now. Ethan literally called it, and we saw Taker, and it was really good to see him too. And I guess, like you said, in terms of like keeping the character,
you want Stone
Cold.
Yeah,
we want Stone Cold, but like in terms of keeping the character, I guess it makes more sense for Taker to come out.
But I think also, hot take, I feel like Taker's one of those characters where like his legacy has 100% like taken a hit since retiring. Like, Taker's one of those guys, the WWE guys, is like there's a myth and there's an aura around the dead man. I don't want to see him on a fucking podcast. I don't want to hear him talk. Have you heard Undertaker's voice? It's hella high pitched. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. So even when he came out and he just basically came out in sweatpants, I was just like, bro, I don't want to watch this shit. Like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still think it was a 10 out of 10 ending. I'm happy somebody came out and did something to The Rock. was like, I'm just wish it was Stone Cold, or at the very least, I wish Undertaker went full, doom, like the full everything.
Like the tombstone, nah, bro. His knees cannot take that.
No, not the tombstone, but I'm talking about like the full outfit. I didn't want to see him in black sweats. I didn't want to see him in black sweats.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
It wasn't moving me.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny we didn't talk about the tag team ladder match too. I had a feeling that they were gonna like split the belts up like that. I actually did not expect them to like hang both of them separately. That was kind of cool. Definitely. I mean, I guess there's no way to do that again because I don't want them unified. Keep them separate. But yeah, man, there's a lot to look forward to now. Look, like after, because this Mania really felt like the end of an era, but like the beginning of a new one, because we're ending the Roman. How many days was he champion, man? Our tribal chief. Acknowledge him. We still acknowledge him.
I can't wait to see what they do going forward with him. I can't wait, because even the Raw after Mania, they kind of tease that they're not done yet with this whole bloodlines. This is not the end of the bloodline storyline.
Not by a long shot. Like we might be like hitting the epilogue of it, like the next chapter of the book, but it's not over.
We're definitely setting up Cody and Rock at Mania, or Cody and Rock at SummerSlam.
See, I was gonna say Cody Rock at SummerSlam, or
Survivor Series.
I don't know, or Survivor Series or something like that, because. Do you think the plan is to have Rock versus Roman at the next Mania?
I think Rock versus Roman, or LA Knight versus Cody. I prefer the latter.
Oh, brother.
I prefer the latter.
He has to win a mid-card championship.
No, he
first,
doesn't.
buddy.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Yes,
yeah,
look
at the legends he got on his jacket already. He whooped ass. Look at the legends.
Who?
You consider AJ Styles a legend, right?
I do. And I'll give you that one. Sure.
AJ Styles. He pinned Roman.
He did not pin Roman.
He did pin Roman.
He did not win. He did not win in the record books.
Is Miz a legend?
Yeah,
that's 3. He already got to stand by Cena. That's 4. What more he got to do?
He can't pin Cena though.
He doesn't need to pin Cena. Why can't 2 legends coexist?
Oh, now it's why can't
now it's coexist? But yeah, when J. Cole says it, man, I want to hear that shit. I was
literally just about to say, let's tie it right back in, because this is hypocrisy, man.
Yeah, no, but I thought it was a great Mania. I thought the Bayley EO match was so fire. I was so happy.
I thought Drew Seth had the best match.
No, I don't think they had the best match. I think they had a great match. I don't think they had the best match. I
mean, technically speaking,
the tag matches here, seeing Truth hit a hot tag and pin Finn, and then the Raw after Mania with him and Miz coming out against Judgment Day, and then having him and Cena finally getting a match together, and all 3 of them hitting FUs. Because that
was a lot of fun.
It's the Renaissance era. We call them FUs again.
Yeah, fuck the attitude adjustment, man, and we need to bring it back. He called it the STFU too.
Yeah. Yes, the STFU. Yep, I'm with it. Yeah. And I like the fact that even Cena in interviews said that like he's gonna come back soon, like he's taking a break, but he's aiming for 2025. It to be like we're gonna get one last Cena. I think we're gonna get Cena breaking.
Good.
16.
Good.
I think it's time. You got to pick either between him or Randy. Somebody got to break that record, because aren't they both tied, or is Randy like 1 behind him?
Oh man, that's actually tough. I haven't thought about that.
I know Cena's tied with the record. And while you shit up, I guess I could talk a little bit more about how like I just really like. I'm happy that Cena's here and we're getting some of the legends come back and be appreciated. But I love the fact that they themselves recognize that like it's almost time. It's almost time for me to go. Cena talking about he's got one more run in him, probably for like 3-4 months. He don't want to do this. He got a cutoff date of 50. No, he got a cutoff date of 40, and he's going to be 37 by the end of this year. And by the time he hits 40, he's done. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more legends. I'm pretty sure after this, even though The Rock is in incredible shape, I'm pretty sure when The Rock is done with Cody and Roman, we might have to put him at, because as far as I'm concerned, what The Rock cooked up in these past 2 months as Hollywood Rock, he definitely shot up my rankings, and I think he should have shot up a lot of people's rankings.
Yeah, he has definitely brought back something to the product since he's come back, and yeah, I'm glad to see that he's going to be back on TV. I was very shocked to see him on the Raw after Mania too. But yeah, I just checked it. John Cena is a 16-time world champion. Randy Orton is a 14-time world champion. So John Cena would need one more to beat Ric Flair, who has 16. So they're actually tied. But yeah.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Cena. I would love a Cena Randy, or a Cena turn heel to wrap this up.
That'd be some crazy stuff, because Cena has not ever had a chance to play a heel, so that would be interesting. But I don't know. There's so much that you could do with Cena, especially with all of the talent that they have. With CM Punk back in the mix too. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that WWE can do, and I'm just excited to see where they go with everything moving forward. We got new champions, Sami Zayn, the new IC champion, which, by the way, Chad Gable's challenging him on Raw this week. So
I'm excited for that. I thought that was a sneaky good match. I didn't think Sammy was winning that one bit. I'm glad they kind of leaned into the Rocky 3 storyline. They did it with him instead of doing it with Chad, but I'm okay with it, because I do think Chad's gonna be the one to take him off that belt. But who knows? I really think if Chad doesn't beat Sammy here on next Monday, it might be a wrap for him for a little bit.
So this is what I was thinking about Chad Gable, and maybe this is something for another episode or TikTok or something. But I think Chad Gable should go heel, and like lean into the Kurt Angle comparisons, and just like start being like an over the top, obnoxious goofball, and back it up in the ring with like all of the cool shit that he can do with his German suplexes and fucking, all the stuff Kurt Angle was really good at. So yeah, I guess we'll see. But Ethan, is there anything else that you want to add before we wrap this up, man?
Nothing. And mention nothing crazy. I'm just excited to see this Drake and Kendrick rap battle. I'm excited to see how Drake responds. I do think we're gonna get a Drake heater coming soon.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing Aubrey's a petty man. He's a petty man. He will not leave no stone unturned, and I'm excited to see what he's got to say, because I think we're gonna get a response to it. It's gonna piss me off that he's gonna get a response probably off by the time we're done. This episode comes out, but if anything, we just do a call back to it. But yeah, man, WrestleMania was amazing. I got more people hooked to it. I want to give a shout out to my cousins Joe and Nat. They having a kid soon. They came down to visit. Shout out to Maya. But yeah, man, nothing else, awesome. Man.
Great. Well, I mean, hey, like you mentioned, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to. We got a lot of podcast content coming on our end. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're following us on all of our social platforms. We're going to be posting TikToks and stuff as we've got all of these things happening. More WWE, more Drake and Kendrick beef. We've got the NFL draft coming up in a couple weeks too, that we have like barely talked about on this podcast at all, which just goes to show how crazy it's been in the music industry and, the other stuff we talk about. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing draft content too, let us know in the comments, because how big football fans we are, but this is the only content we want to make if people want to see it. So just let us know. Ethan, I think this is another successful episode.
Oh, it definitely is. I think it's one of our better ones yet, and I'm excited because we're gonna see. I'm going to see some apologies in the chat for my J. Cole shit, because apparently I was a J. Cole hater.
Don't listen. I was the only
realist. No, I was the only realist. Y'all could have been saved all this 10 years of pain that y'all had from A Dollar in the Dream and all this bullshit that nigga was telling y'all. Yeah, I'm glad we wrapped that up. It's main event time. And it's been a young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton. It's been Mr. Sad Boy over there. His king is gone.
007.
007 Gage son.
It's still Dreamville to the day I die.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
I'm Gage Sutton. That's Ethan Hamilton. Thank y'all for watching our recording podcast, and we will see y'all very soon.
Peace.